I'm gonna wait for it to get going. 10 seconds in. And hey everybody, welcome back to the Twitch channel and YouTube for when this is done. We are going to be starting the new AI series here today, Season 1 for the Crazy Lays Racing League here on iRacing. Gen 4 cars for the first season. We're doing races 1 and 2 tonight, Daytona and Rockingham to get it going. And we're going to go through all the settings before it starts here today. For the first race, that is 92 laps at Daytona, which is about an hour and 15 minutes with and without cautions. 2 lap qualifiers, no practice. Here's the schedule. You got Daytona, Rockingham, Red Bull Ring, Pocono, Homestead, The Glen, Vegas, Sonoma, Wilkesboro, Atlanta, and then there will be a not on the actual schedule, but there will be a All-Star race at the Figure 8 track. Then we'll go to Charlotte, Talladega, Kansas, Montreal or Circuit Villeneuve, Iowa, Chicagoland, Auto Club, Martinsville, Michigan, and Bristol to round out the year. Track options, it's going to be rolling starts, double file, enable, restart zone, no fast repairs. Uh, Automatic yellows, lucky dog, wave rounds. If I have to throw a yellow because I didn't throw one, we will. More likely at like maybe road course or something. For the first race, it'll be a 9 p.m. race on September 28th. Night race at Daytona. Weather is set because it's randomly generated every time. We'll click it every time. This will just be generated and then carry over every time. And then the opponents, we got 39 of the cars. It's just everybody's gonna be equal cars. I can show you guys here. Everybody's on 50, 100 aggression, optimism, smoothness. Hold on. So smoothness is supposed to be 1 for everybody. So that will be not 0. There we go. We'll click that and smoothness 1 for everybody. I'm gonna have to go fix that later. Uh, Let me make sure it did it. It did. So we are all set. But everything else 50, 100, 101, 32 for everybody, 55, and 100. So we'll save that. And then we'll go back. And everything is set. And then for the points system, it's a season-long points, no playoffs. Here's the actual thing. I might be able to switch for every race on here. I might go and do that later after. But here's the points for the points format. Up to 40, even though we won't have 40 drivers. It's basically the old consistency. This is 2004 points from the chase era, but the winner gets 185 and second 170, down 5, and then it goes down to 3 per person after that. So after that, let me set up the laps for Rockingham also, which would be 186 for that race. And then also for the what's it called? 50% fuel for every race for the AIs. That's what this is, 50, 50. I'm gonna keep no tire limits for now, unless you guys will think that'll help them maybe race. I'll have to end up testing that out in the future myself, but we'll go from there. Let's get on into Daytona, and let's get it. Trading paints is on, so we got that going for us. And then while they are qualifying, I will make sure all the settings are good. Get this up and going. No relative. The other 3 will stay on. And we'll get on into it. Alright, we're gonna find one driver. Let me make sure that's... there we go. And go with Dan for the first one. And then we'll be on the points leader for every other qualifying lap after. So be on Dan for his qualifying laps this week. Alright, so there is sound. I couldn't tell if there was for a second there. I'm like, oh crap, here we go. Who's gonna get pole here today? Will it be one of the 19 people that signed up? Or will it end up being one of the normal drivers from the Gen 4 era? And since Dan has the 9 car, Case Keen is in the 19 car for this. Let's see what Dan does on his first lap here on qualifying. Looks like he will go 48.2. Lingerfeld takes the pole. Kenseth takes the pole. Looks like Kenseth though so far. Dan is 5th. Lingerfeld 2nd. Jesse Adams, Mike Bliss, Devin Zimmerman, Voiles, Todd Bodine, Casey Keene, and Colin Cropley, your top 10 for lap 1 to 2 qualifying here at Daytona. Dan's gonna hit a nice 178 down the straightaway, or 187, sorry. Dan coming to the line this time. We'll see what he will end up getting. Instead of 48.263, can he go faster? 47.854. Nope, Kenseth back up to the top with 47.696. Lingerfeld, Adams, Mike Bliss, Dan again, Zimmerman, Voiles, Tabadine, Kane, and Cropley. They all improved just a bit. And now we'll wait for them to all park the cars, and I will make sure all the paint's loaded by doing this. There'll probably be one or two that didn't. Oh, is it the 6th of Dave Blaney? Or Mark Martin did not load, unfortunately. There we go. Now we wait for everybody to come down pit road and get into their pit box, and then we will advance to the race. And go from there. Alright, everybody has done that. We will advance through qualifying. And we are back to nighttime Daytona now. I will grid up and ungrid so we can get this going. And so you guys know, they have about 17 laps, I guess.
You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is over.
Is what it says. I don't know why it always puts me there, but we'll go back to the front. Kenseth starts on pole next to Lingerfeld, Jesse Adams, Mike Bliss, Dan Park, and Devin Zimmerman. Your top 6. We'll put focus on leader. We'll go from there. 39 car field. Technically, it's going to show 40 in the points. I do have a car in this too. Me is Tar Markle, and then my normal name, Tyler Markle, will always be last because I have to grid and ungrid to make it go. And that's why we can only have 39 cars, because iRacing does that for some reason. And I'm almost certain all the tracks I put in can have up to 39, but you never know. And if anything, we just drop one of the, or whoever's lowest in points of the normal drivers, the real life drivers. And for the all-star race, I think we'll just put all the, because it's a figure 8 race, we'll put the 19 people that signed up, and then I think you can have up to 26, so we'll add like the top guys of the real life drivers into it, just for one race, and go from there. With that being said, I'm not sure how long we want to make that figure 8 race when we get to it, but we'll figure that out when we get to there. The pace car is off.
Green, green, green.
We are green here at Daytona finally. And Kenseth gets out to decent start over Lingerfelt there. Lingerfelt in the 12 on the outside. Jesse Adams pushing Kenseth on the inside with Dan Park from help in the 9. So far Kenseth up front with Jesse Adams. Now on the outside line is Adams going to get help from the 12 of Lingerfelt as Adams went to the outside to do that. And it looks like Jesse Adams will get to the race lead because of this and getting help. Big push from the 12 and the 0. And now it looks like Kyle Lingerfelt, he wants to come lead the first lap in the 12 maybe. Getting help from the 0, Mike Bliss. Bliss pushing the 12 out front. Will the 12 go automatically to the bottom? He will. Now here comes Mike Bliss to the outside. It looks like Mike Bliss is going to try and lead the first lap here at Daytona, with Devin Zimmerman helping him out. Todd Bodine also up here in the 54. Cropley now up here in the 24 also. And now that happened, we got single file up front. We'll go back a little bit and see Kenseth, your pole sitter. He's falling back. We're just going to stay on Jeff Green now in the 43. Now we got a battle for the race lead again. Devin Zimmerman in the 33 back up front, with Todd Bodine now to the outside, getting pushed from the 24. Cropley here. Cropley, he's now going to go to the top, but the 43 goes to the bottom, so the 54 will have some help. Can Kyle Lingerfelt in the 12 help that 24 car out up there? As the pack is starting to get a little bit spread out now. It looks like Todd Bodine will still lead that lap with help from Jeff Green. Cropley now falling back on the outside. Now Lingerfelt starting in second, has stayed up in third. He's trying to stay up front, because there's a bunch of 3 wide towards the mid pack here. Getting a little spread out now. As we wait and see the 07, sorry, of Dave Blaney now up front, with Devin Zimmerman in the 33 here. And the field definitely getting strung out. We got some stragglers in the back. We're going to go back a little bit and see what's going on back here. You got the 16 of Biffle, Tony Stewart. You got the 25 Angel Gutierrez, the 6 of Mark Martin, and you also got the 94 of Devin Smith all back here. 5 cars have lost the pack. And you got Michael Waltrip at the very end of the pack now. And a bunch of 3 wide main pack back here. Go back up front. Looks like Jeff Green is taking the lead. And we went too far. There we go. Why is the frame dropping? I don't know. Sorry if that does happen, guys. Now we got more racing up front. You got about 5 rows, 6 rows, double file up front, and Cropley back to the race lead up front. He's gonna lead this lap, it looks like, over Devin Zimmerman. Cropley still hanging on. Tabadine, Jeff Green also battling right behind him. Double file. We're back to TV2 here for now. Probably now getting a push from the 54 Todd. Jeff Green, though, on the outside with help from Devin Zimmerman in the 33. And the SoCal car. Jeff Green in that Cheerios car on the outside getting help. Green back to the lead. Devin Zimmerman now up there with the 3 of Bowen Adams. As we are getting a little bit spread out here. We'll go back a little bit now. Mike Bliss in the number 0 up front. To the inside of Cropley now for 3rd. Getting help from the 77 of Travis Quaffle now. So I don't know why they got way more spread out in the backstretch here. As we continue to watch the lead pack. And it should be around, like I said, around 15 to 17 laps in gas, I would think. Oop, one too many. And it looks like Mike Bliss back to the race lead with the help from the 24 Cropley and Devin Zimmerman up front again. We'll go back to the front of this. 40 and Jacob Provost is now up here. He's getting some help from the 07 of Dave Blaney. And the 40 has taken the lead. He is led for the first time today now. Here comes Dave Blaney on the outside. The 40 will not lead a lap. Dave Blaney clears. Back to the race lead for the 07. All of a sudden, here comes Jacob Provost. The 24 Cropley goes with him to the outside. The 07 gets hung out dry on the inside now. Around the outside goes the 40, wanting to take the lead and right back down to the bottom, leaving Cropley with no drafting help, but the 40 is also way too far ahead. Cropley now has help from Dan Park in the 9. And here comes Dan, pushing the 24 up front. Cropley out to a huge lead. Will he be able to lead this lap? He's got a huge gap to the pack behind him. We got like a couple packs now. You got a main pack up here, so it's all the way back to the 12 of Lingerfeld. I think Lingerfeld, he's 16th place, so 16 cars in the main pack. That second pack trying to get back up front here. And you got some stragglers towards the back of the field. Cropley right now hanging on to the lead. Jacob Provost, though, right with him with the 07 of Dave Blaney, Devin Zimmerman, Todd Bodine, and Dan Park, your top 6. Now single file up front. Cropley will lead another lap. I think the 24 has the most laps led here today. They're definitely getting single file, which I'm quite surprised about. Definitely didn't think they'd do this. They're running about 188 here. And here comes Jacob in the 40 now on the outside. The 33 kind of helping him. The 40 wants to lead his first lap of the day. I still don't think he has led one. Here comes the 33 Devin Zimmerman now to the outside of the 24 Cropley. Can the 40 get to the line and lead a lap? But the 33 has a huge push from Todd Bodine. And it looks like the 33 Devin Zimmerman will get this lap led. And the 40 cannot get there again. Here comes Jeff Green back on the outside. It looks like Kenseth now losing this pack. I think we got the top 10 up here, as everybody's falling off this main pack. And Zimmerman now to the lead. Getting a little squirrely back there, Mike Bliss is in the 0. 3Y with the 99 up there of Matthew Hubert. Zimmerman still leading, but Jeff Green on the outside has no help at the moment, but he might have to run. Can Jeff Green get there? He cannot. Zimmerman leads that lap. The 99 and 9 now slowing each other down. They might lose this front pack. That's quite a surprise. You kind of want to stay up. And oh, the zero getting really squirrely on Mike Bliss up there on the high line. Jeff Green now leading this over Travis Kvapil and Devin Zimmerman. They should be pitting around 15 to 17, like I said. Unless I got it completely wrong. Inside the car, it said you had 17 laps to gas. Here comes Kvapil to the lead in the 77. Mike Bliss, Jeff Green, Zimmerman, Provost, and Todd Bedian up here. Colin Cropley in the 24 and the 07 at Dave Blaney. Blaney, though, he might be losing this pack. And it looks like last place, Tony Stewart has lost the pack horribly. We go back up front, though, to Jeff Green. Green gets a huge shove from Mike Bliss. Jacob in the 40 trying to stay with the 0. But here comes the 77 back with help from the 33 Devin Zimmerman here. Mike Bliss, though, to the lead. No help on the outside, really. The 40 is like a car length back. Can Jeff Green get back to him to the lap lead? It looks like Jeff Green might have gotten that lap. Now you got 8 cars up front. The 07 just barely hanging on to this group. Anybody from that back group catch back up here? Jeff Green, Mike Bliss. Side by side down the back straightaway with help from Kvapil and Provost in 4th. Still side by side. Jeff Green on the inside trying to get another lap led here, but here comes Mike Bliss with help from the 40 and the 07 pits. They're pitting on lap 14 coming to 15. So we got some different strategy takers here. Now that leaves 7 up front. And basically, I think the top 24 stayed out. So about half or quarter of the field has pit here. And it looks like Jacob, he gets back in line back there. Mike Bliss, the 43. Looks like they're all going to come down and pit here. Maybe not Cropley. Cropley all by himself. That is not good. 24 stays out all by himself for the race lead. And a couple more cars behind him stay out, so maybe they'll catch him before he pits. But we will see. I don't think this is definitely going to hurt Cropley here. Cropley has traffic coming out of pit road as he stayed out. Looks like maybe the top 5 have all stayed out. Can Cropley pit and come back out with that group that he was with? The 24 should pit here this time, and he does. And we're going to watch the 24's pit stop here. Everybody should be pitting now. And now the 21 of Gavin Wintermew stays out for one more lap all by himself. I don't know where he's at, but it says he is the leader right now. He wanted to get a lap led. Can he make it back around and fuel? That's the big question. Cropley is about a 20. So the guys on track, Jeff Green, a 30-second pit stop. And it looks like Cropley has about the same, but Kenseth behind him at a 33-second. Gavin, we're going to go look. He might be out of gas on the apron over here. I do think the 21 is out of fuel coming to pit lane. If he can get the pit lane, there will be no yellow, but this might bring one out. I don't think he's going to make it to pit lane. That NASCAR would be throwing a yellow, so we are going to throw a yellow for that.
Alright, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
So it looks like Jeff Green will get the lead. But man, the 21 could not make it around on fuel here. And that is the first yellow of the series. 21, Gavin Wintermew could not make it to pit lane on fuel. And we'll see how that hurts some. Who is or isn't on the lead lap. We will have to see here who will and will not pit after that now. Some can make it to 15, some 16, 17. I think a couple came to 14. We know the 21's a lap down because of this. He should be able to come back out though after towing. So if anyone does have problems, he should have some time to get some back. Biffle's a lap down. Voiles is a lap down. And that is it. Markle is me, my normal iRacing name. That car does not matter. So only 2 cars a lap down. Voiles will probably get a lap back. Or whoever the first one is a lap down. Now we wait to see if anybody comes down pit road here. And it looks like Mike Bliss, Dave Blaney. Looks like, is that the 19 of Casey Kane back there? Or the 91 of Bill Elliott? So that's Bill Elliott. They got the 3 of Bowen Adams, the 88 of Dale Jarrett, the 5 of Christian Bracken, the 26 of Maisie Crichton. You got the 2 of Rusty Wallace coming down, the 31. You got about back half of the field all came down. And you got some of these guys that are going to stay up. So we'll see how that goes. So Voiles, Biffle, Matthew Hubert is also for some reason out. We're going to go see what happened with the him. Did Hubert run out of gas too and we just didn't see it? No. I think he got damage on pit lane from something. Him and the 7 on Joshua Malliette got together there. It looks like maybe he missed his pit box because of that and had the tow or something. No, it looks like he's back on the lead lap or something. I don't know why it was saying he was like laps down. But he's not laps down. So there's Voiles, Biffle, and Gavin Wintermew a lap down. But definitely the 11 got damage there. So, who knows. Hey Dan, how's it going? Just in time for the first yellow of the night. The 21 did not make it on gas to pit road through green flag stops. And knowing real life NASCAR, they would have thrown that. So I threw the yellow. And we're just getting ready for the next restart here. You are 16th right now, Dan. We also watched your qualifying laps for this race. And then every race after this, the points leader will be the one we watch in qualifying. Just to see where they start every week. I don't know if anybody got their lap back there. I was definitely not paying attention to that. But Jeff Green, Colin Cropley, Travis Quapple, Devin Zimmerman, the 99 Mitchell Hodek, Ricky Rudd, Ben Park, Todd Bodine, Kyle Petty, and Matt Kenseth are your top 10. Yeah, sorry. So we had a back half of the field's pit and whatnot. So you got like lap 18, 19, 17 for some of these guys that have pit in the back. These guys all pit like 16 and 17. So we might have some differencing strategy. God damn it, I can't fucking talk right now. Oh well. But we'll see how that goes and how the rest of this race is gonna play out now. Can Jeff Green hang on? He's gained 11 spots already and has been up front since he's gotten up here. Cropley, Quapple, Zimmerman, Mitchell Hodak, and Ricky Red. The 12, the Lingerfelt fell back, and your pole sitter, Matt Kenseth, has fallen back a little bit. Pace car is off.
Green, green, green.
And we are back green here at Daytona. Just to make sure. I'm pretty sure we're live, but okay, we're good. Back green. Jeff Green for the moment on the bottom has a good run and is out front with pushing from Travis Quapple in the 99 of Mitchell Hodak. Quapple tried and thought about going to the outside but did not go there. Now here comes the 77 of Travis to the outside. Travis now leading the race, getting help from Colin Cropley in the 24. The 24 now, big push from the 33 of Devin Zimmerman and the 28 of Ricky Red on the outside there. Here comes Cropley. He's led a lot of laps tonight. Also getting pushed from the 33 of Devin Zimmerman. They've both been up front for quite a bit now. Same with the 43. Those have been the three main cars, I think, up front. Cropley, though, hangs on. Zimmerman now does not have a good push on the outside. And Travis Quapple goes back to the high line, but has no help from the 33. Here comes the 43 now, pushing the 24 Cropley. Can Travis Quapple on the outside get back up there? We'll have to wait and see. Quapple getting a decent push from the 33 Devin Zimmerman, but they're having quite a bit of problems. The 33 goes back to the bottom, 3 wide for Ricky Rudd, Matt Kenseth, and Matthew Huber back there now. Cropley hanging tough up front. Jeff Green back to second as they single file for the first 4 positions now. And someone way off the pace. Biffle. Don't know why, only 167. He might have some damage in that car. Has definitely lost pace here today. That could be interesting if they catch up to him before pit stops. Cropley, though, hanging tough up front, still leading laps up here. And now here comes the 33 Devin Zimmerman. Help from Matthew Huber on the outside in the 99. They got spread out quite a bit faster this time compared to the first run. And the 16 just pulls off the track. I don't know what's going on with Biffle. Biffle looks to have quite a bit of damage down there. But we'll continue to go back now. We'll look back in the back of the pack back here. Dan Park, who started up front with Kenseth. I think these are your first 2 spots. Or Dan was somewhere up there. I don't remember. Dan has lost 4 spots from him, so he was like 6th. But now we got a breakaway up front. About 6 cars now. Haven't seen this at Daytona in a little bit. Cropley, Jeff Green, Ben Park, Todd Bodine, Devin Zimmerman, and Kyle Petty now all up front together. single file pulling away from the pack, which is quite surprising. This doesn't usually happen at Daytona. I guess these cars, they make that happen for sure. We'll go back now. Unless Jeff Green makes a move here, which I don't think he's going to. He's not going to have a good enough a run. We'll go back to the pack, and now the 45 and 54 have slowed each other down so much that the pack has caught up to them. Now it's only 4 cars up front. Here's the main pack, the 40 of Jacob Pitts for some reason back there. The 36. That's kind of a stupid move, I feel. So you got some random strategies going on. The 40 all by himself on pit road now. As it looks like maybe the pack is gaining momentum again. As the 33 Devin Zimmerman has fallen back from the top 3. A lot of squirreliness going on here at Daytona. Kyle Petty just getting help from Kenny Wallace right here as they catch up to Devin Zimmerman in the 33. Back up front. It is just Cropley and Jeff Green pulling away. Ben Park just now hanging on to it. I think the pack is catching back up to them. Welcome back, Mal. How's it going? We'll go see how your 7 is doing. The 3x3x3 in this pack as they're trying to catch back up to the 3 leaders. Your 7 is not having a good day here at Daytona. You're at the back, at least you're in the pack, I guess. Could be the guys behind. As you got stragglers back here. The Kurt Busch, Christian Bracken. You got the 38 of Daniel Voiles. The 25 Angel Gutierrez, Devin Smith, Gavin Wintermew, who is a lap down. Daniel Voiles lap down the 11. Hubert's lap down. Pace car. Biffle, I don't know what's going on with his car, but he is running at 179 miles an hour around the track. He is not at the pace of everybody else, as the leaders are at about 190. And it's only Jeff Green and Cropley now up here, as Ben Park has fallen back. So we'll continue to watch that. Ben Park now trying to get help from Kyle Petty and the rest of the pack to get back up to the front too, and it looks like they are catching back up. Maybe we'll get some lead changes going on here. Cropley has one more lap of gas than everybody else behind him, but he is the race leader, so he's going to be using more. Petty and Ben Park now battling it out for a 3rd place as they're just catching up to the front. Everybody a little squirrely. Confirmed washed. I don't know, just do better at Daytona. Full throttle, no brake. Ben Park getting help from Travis Kvapil now. Trying to follow the 99 of Mitchell Hudek. We have caught up to the race leaders. Can anybody get anything going now, though? Jeff Green, though, with the help from Kyle Petty, is going to take the race lead. Cropley is now going to lose a couple spots there on the bottom, and Jeff Green is your new race leader here at Daytona. Back to the 45 of Kyle Petty and the 99 Matthew Hubert, Ben Park in the 18. So we got the slow car Biffle up front here. So we'll see how that continues to go now. Biffle, is he going to block a line here? Jeff Green will go to the outside of the 16, so this could shake things up. Here comes the 99 of Matthew Hubert. Getting help from the 77 of Travis Kvapil. Biffle slows down Kyle Petty a lot, and Emerson in the 48, and Matthew Hubert to the race lead. God damn it. Hubert now takes the race lead from Jeff Green, but Cropley in the 24 is coming back on the outside with help from Kenny Wallace in the 00. Can't embed some hope. I mean, Dan, you're up here. You're just, you know, behind Tony Stewart right here. So both Park brothers in the top 11. Mal, you're middle 3 wide back here in the 7. With Mark Martin and Dale Jarrett. We'll go back up front. You got Matthew Huber on the outside, or sorry, Mitchell Hodak on the outside, getting help from Cropley for the race lead. And Jeff Green pits there. A couple others. Looks like Ben Park, Tony Stewart, and I think Devin Zimmerman maybe have all pit there. So we're back to the green flag pit stops. Yeah, Mark's scheme didn't load. Sorry. By the way, some of your schemes might be different on the plate tracks just because the plate tracks are stupid. Yeah, they actually have two different paints. Matthew Hubert, though, or Mitchell Hodak, takes the race lead back. I don't know where Hubert is. I've been stupid in the whole thing on that. Travis Quapple up to second on the outside there. Looks like the 99 is going to pit with the 24 and a couple others. Emerson and Kenny Wallace from the front pack. That leaves Travis Quapple to the race lead now. I agree. Play tracks are stupid. Don't worry, Rockingham will be fun. Yum, 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 yum. And here comes Jeff Burton to take the race lead. And he's got at least a couple more laps of gas than the guys right here behind him. Same with Bill Elliott back there in the 91. He pit lap 19 also. Yeah, the 31 stays out. The 91 stays out, but you know, Burton all by himself up front. The pack is a little bit behind him. He at least has Biffle, I guess. I don't think Biffle's gonna help him much here with that, but maybe he will, maybe he won't. Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin, Michael Waltrip, Bill Elliott, and Harvick all stayed out here. Now they're catching up to Kenseth. Gonna watch to see if anybody does end up running out of gas or not. Does the 31 stay out again? No, they do not. But Mark Martin stays out. All by himself here. Well, actually, nope. Jesse Adams also stays out with him behind. I'd be more worried about the 1 running out of gas than the 6. The 6 at least pit lap 19. Jesse Adams pit lap 17 was the last time he pit. Looks like Merck, he's still got speed. We'll keep an eye on the 1 car back there. Looks like everybody else is pit. Looks like Mark is good and he should make it to pit road. And he does pit. What about the 1? Looks like Jesse Adams is just making it to pit road. It looks like he might have been running out coming down the apron here. And now it feels like we're going to be really, really spread out. Yes, Mal. I'm doing Rockingham after this too. But yes, after that race we will be. Unless you're going to bed. Let's see where Jesse Adams comes out of pit road here. He'll probably have a little bit longer of a pit stop. No, maybe not. And here comes the pack on his outside. Looks like Emerson or Mark Martin all by himself up here might be the leader. I don't know how. Can Mark get out and actually keep up with the group here? Comes back out in the track. Emerson goes to the inside under the double yellow. He gets around. Travis Quapple takes the race lead now with Kyle Petty. As we got a spread out field here at Daytona. And we'll go through the field here once they cross the line here this time by. It is Travis Quapple leading Kyle Petty. Oh, god damn it. I should have waited a little bit longer. Emerson is now third. Tony Stewart 4th, and Kenny Wallace, your top 5. Mark Martin up to 6th with that pitting by himself. Cropley, who's probably led the most laps here today, is back to 7th. Ben Park is 8th. Michael Waltrip is 9th. Dale Jarrett is 10th at the moment. Rounding out into 11th is Dan Park with Ricky Rudd, Jeff Green. Uh, yeah, Ricky Rudd, Jeff Green. It looks like Casey Kane, Markle, and Jeff Burton all back here. Then you got the 54, Todd Bodine, Kevin Harvick. You got Devin Zimmerman, Mike Bliss, Joshua Malenko, along with Jesse Adams, Kyle Lingerfeld, and Rusty Wallace back here. And you got Bowen Adams with Maisie Crichton, Matt Kenseth, Dave Blaney, 27th, 28th. Then you got Angel Gutierrez, 29th, Kurt Busch, 30th, with Mitchell Hodak falling all the way back to 31st. He was up front early on. Devin Zimmerman back to 32nd. The 5 of Christian Bracken in 33rd. The 91 of Billy Elliott, 34th. Voiles is 35th. Biffle back at 38th. The 40 is now on pit road for some reason, so we'll go take a look and see what happened as the front pack is catching up to them. We'll see if we can find out what happened to the 40. Unless I missed it, didn't realize that he just pit and retired. Yeah, interesting. Alright. He gave up. Well, let's go back to the race leaders. There's Travis Koppel over Kyle Petty, Emerson, Tony Stewart, Kenny Wallace, and Cropley. Where are you? You are dead last right now, Jacob. You were up front early on, but you just decided to pit and you call it quits today. You led some laps at least. You were up front. You got one more race tonight. You're good. Hopefully your car comes back out on track, and then I'll let you know. I'm fired. Hey, you and Gavin are both back there. Gavin is also like a lap or two down, so you're only going to finish like a spot behind him. Travis Koppel, though, leading Emerson Arden in the 48. Over the 20, Tony Stewart, Kyle Petty, and Colin Cropley, your top 5 right now. I think only the top 6 are up front with 2 lappers, and you got some others pitting right now. Yeah, good timing. You came to check on your car at a good time. And Gavin's 2 laps down in the 21 car there. There's Travis Koppel getting pushed by the 38 of Voiles, who's also a couple laps down. Trying to see if I see anybody stopped in track that will cause a yellow. Gavin, that's why Gavin's 2 laps down. Ran out of fuel in the 21. Biffle is just dog awful slow today. I swear he has damage, but doesn't fix it. Tony Stewart trying to get another Daytona win back here. Now only 2 non-real drivers up here. You got Cropley and Emerson, 24 and 48. This Biffle's just trying to not go another lap down up here. They're 3 wide. And the leader, Tony Stewart, trying to go to the lead on the outside back here. And he gets shoved way high. And he's going to lose all the spots he had up there. It's Quaffle. Now has a lap car between him and Kyle Petty. We'll go back a little bit, see how the other packs are doing. You got a small pack back here. Mark Martin, Ben Park by themselves. Then you got the 28 of Ricky Rudd and Michael Waltrip. Then you got 4 cars. Jeff Burton, not Jeb. Dan Park, Merkel, and Dale Jarrett. And now a couple others have caught up to them. Got the 54, 29, and 43. Jeff Green has led a lot of laps today, but he's fallen back now to 17th. You got a group of three: Devin Zimmerman, Casey Kane, and Mike Bliss. And you got Malenko and Jesse Adams back here with Rusty Wallace and Lingerfelt not too far back. And another three: Bowen Adams, Maisie Crichton, and Angel Gutierrez, who is a lap down, or a couple laps down. Looks like we got, yeah, like three back here. Devin Smith not doing too good. 11 and Matthew Hubert's not having a good day. And right now it is just all Travis Kvapil and Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty still he's got both lappers in between him and Travis. What a day. Looks like we might get a Ford Kodak car to the win. There's still a lot of time here though at Daytona. Only lap 45 and 92. They'll be pitting probably within a couple laps again anyways. If they can make it around 15 laps. And Kyle Petty now losing these top two guys. I don't know what happened to Jeff Green. He's all of a sudden super slow. Unless he just came off a pit road. But Travis Kvapil now way ahead of the 45 of Kyle Petty. Emerson Arden, also the other one, just barely hanging on to the front group. Jeff Green did go a lap down, so I think he pit. Jacob is still out of the race. I don't know why the 40 car is out. I'm going to try one thing with your car. Nope. Let's go to your car and clear flags. Huh? Yeah, I mean, I guess you might have had some black flags for some reason. That's kind of funny. Right now, Travis still about 2.5 seconds. Look, yeah, a lot of them just pit as we weren't paying attention. Kvapil, though, all by himself up front with a bunch of lap cars. He might be able to pull himself away with this happening. I don't know why you got a penalty, but I mean, I cleared it just in case you had one. Now we gotta see if we can find anyone that's the 77's pitting with the 38, and actually, Cropley pits with him, and it looks like he's trying to close in the time coming into pit lane there, and maybe the 24 will stay with him. If you see anybody on the track map stop, let me know. We're gonna have to see if they stopped, because that could be a yellow. I don't know what the 24 is doing. Oh, I thought he was gonna hit the 77 in pit lane. Here goes the 77 off pit lane. Mark Martin stayed out though. You got about top 8 stayed out. Top 10. Unless they've already pitted, which no, none of them have pit. Anybody ahead of the 77 has not. So we'll go back up front now. I think, yeah, they might be pitting here. Michael Waltrip coming down. It looks like Mark stayed out another one. Everybody coming down pit road. Same with Joshua Balliet back here. Coming down with Mike Bliss, so he still has a drafting partner at least. Some of them are pretty stupid on pit road too. It's quite funny to see. Got a couple more pitting. Mark's still out there. Cropley back with Kyle Petty. Devin Smith pits. Looks like everybody's making it to pit road now. Bill Elliott's pitting. You got Mark Martin pitting from the lead now with the 33 of Devin Zimmerman. Looks like Jesse Adams is pitting from second. That puts Rusty Wallace on third now, back out front, unless he pits right here. Looks like Rusty will be pitting. Same with Bone Adams right behind him. This will put Travis Kvapil back in the race lead. Way out front of Colin Cropley. No, not way out front. You can see him right there in the back. Looks like Emerson and Cal Petty are still kind of there, but Travis does have drafting help from the 38 of Daniel Voiles, who's a lap down or so. Definitely weird how spread out it's gotten here. Makes me wonder how Atlanta's going to go, because I put new Atlanta on with these cars. Or did I put the old one in? I think I put the old one in, my bad. I'm not used to it saying Echo Park Speedway, though, even for 2008. Wonder how Talladega will go, I meant. Will it be this spread out then for this too? But it looks like Cropley, we'll see if Cropley and Emerson here in the 48, if these two can work together or not to get back up front. We'll do a little bit of crank it up. We'll go to the in-car cam here. God damn it, where's the wheel? Okay, here we go. You got the 7 of Joshua Ballett coming back out in track right in front of the 24. That slowed him up a little bit. I might adjust sound settings after this too. I might just do that now. Did I not click that still? Thank you. There we go. That's a bit better. It looks like they are catching back up. We got a decent amount of cars in a pack up here. Cropley, Emerson still working together. They're going to go around the 38. Oh, maybe not. Emerson's going to go around the 24. He wants second, but he's all by himself. Can he get help? It looks like Bill Elliott might try and help him. But Kvapil up front, still hanging up. Even at the front of the lap cars, just leading them around. I think we got 1 or 2 more stops. We got 37th right ahead now, really slow. Let's see, 11 car, where's it gonna go? Cropley hanging with the 77 of Travis Kvapil now. Jacob is still off the track for some reason. That number 40 called it quits today. And man, these 3 are pulled away from the front pack. I don't understand why that happens. Now, Kvapil has Cropley right behind him. Can Cropley get a run though to be able to make a pass? Kenny Wallace in third, getting really loose back there. He got around Emerson. Emerson's now starting to fall back. Can the 24 get any help to get around the 77? The 77 has a fast car. He's been able to lead. He probably has the most laps led now, I think, even over the 24 after they led a lot early on. So we're getting close to the end of this. And the pack has caught back up to these two. This could be Croppley's chance here with the 5 to get maybe a push to go around the 77. And here comes Cropley on the outside, but Cropley gets no help. Had the nose there, and here comes Emerson on the inside, just following the 5 car. The rest of the pack is catching back up now. Well, Kenny Wallace looking to maybe go 4 wide back here. I don't know what they're doing. Well, that was quite close. Here comes Emerson up front now. He's going to get help from the 38 of Loyals. And Emerson, he's going to take the race lead. Out of nowhere, new leader, number 48. But here comes Quapple. He doesn't want to lose it that easily. Tony Stewart's back up here. Cropley. And Kenny Wallace looks like the top 5 are up here. Maybe Ricky Rudd in the 28 also back up here. And Kyle Petty. Emerson does lead this lap for right now. We got some more lap traffic up ahead. They're catching up to a decent pack of like 6 cars up front. Quapple to the outside of Emerson now. Quapple has the race lead. Emerson falling back, but Quapple has nowhere to go. The 38 goes to the outside. Here comes Tony Stewart now for the race lead on the outside. He goes around Devin Smith on the outside, but he's got no help really. Quapple pits all by himself. Tony Stewart to the race lead. Here comes the 48 of Emerson Arden now. Got some lap traffic trying to follow Tony, and now he's behind Biffle though. Tony a little squirrely there, trying to go around lap traffic here. Emerson now going to the outside with him, following them around. Emerson puts Biffle up top. And now he's right there with Tony Stewart. None of these guys pit. We got 32 laps to go. At least one more pit stop for everybody. Maybe 2, depending on when they pit. That 77 is not making it all the way to the end. They gotta pit one more time after whatever pit stop they have here, I think. Stewart and Emerson now looking to the outside of Kurt Busch. Lapper they are passing. And there goes one, the 26 pits from this group of cars. The 54 comes out of pit road right in front of the 2 leaders. That was something he's going to hold up a lot of people behind now. It is just between Tony Stewart and Emerson Arden, as Cal Petty's now about a second back. Dan Park now in the 9, about to go a lap down here. The 20 and the 48 pit. The 45 and the 00 and Ricky Red all pit. That leaves Cropley again all by himself coming onto pit road on track, and that's where Tony pit slowed the four behind him down. We're going to watch Tony's pit stop. Mark stays out. And Cropley stayed out once again. We're just going to keep going. Everybody coming by pit road. 26 just pit, we know that. 77 already pit. What about the 25 back here? Looks like maybe everybody here is already pit. The 5 is pitting. There's Cropley pitting. Okay. Looks like all of these guys have pit. Dale Jarrett's pitting now. There's the 0 Mike Bliss coming down. Kenseth is good. Looks like Dave Blaney's good. There's Tony with Emerson. Where are they going to come out compared to everybody that has the pit already? Cropley had a 3-second longer pit stop than these two in the 24 car. And he's right there coming off of pit road, as you can see. So he's definitely not going to be with them. He might have the draft, but I don't think he's going to keep up with these two. Mark Martin is on pit road now. And so is Jesse Adams. Tony is stopped. Getting blocked by Harvick up there. Here comes Emerson on the outside now with Harvick. But Emerson goes back to the bottom. He's just trying to stay with Tony. There's Mark as they go past him. We definitely have one more pit stop, I think. They pit exactly with 32 or with 30 to go. So Emerson just got slowed up by Kurt Busch coming off of pit road. That leaves Tony all by himself now. So Emerson might fall back to Cropley. Yo, 7's pitting. A lot of people coming off of pit road right here too. And Emerson has fallen 2.5 seconds, almost 3 seconds back now, Tony Stewart, with people coming on and off of pit road. We're going to let it sit in TV mix now for a little bit. And I'll be back. Alright, I am back. It looks like Tony has a 2-second lead over Emerson Arton. Quapple Cropley, Kyle Petty, and Mark Martin, your top 6. The other 4 are about 8 seconds back. Tony, like I said, about 2 seconds from Emerson. Up front. As the field is really spread out at the moment. Only 18 on the lead lap. Doesn't usually happen at Daytona, I would say. .33, 1 lap down. So 19th to 33rd. Voiles 2, Biffle 3, Hubert 4, and Jacob Provost out of the race. Now Emerson 3 seconds back from Stewart. Tony found himself in a pack of lap cars and he's leading it, so it might help him out. It all depends on this final round of stops. This motherfucker's stupid ass shit. Balls. I'd just be better. Just yell at your AI card or something. Mitchell Hodak just staying on the lead lap in the 99 car at the moment. He's fine. I don't think there's anything you really could have done. The 20 is class of the field right now. He's got a 4-second lead over the 48. My goal is to beat, well, you're not beating Gavin right now, and you got 19 more races to do that. So, and we got one fun race to do at the halfway mark of the season. So there's technically 21 races, but one is not a points race. It's the All-Star race at the figure 8 track. Emerson about 4.3 back still. He's at the end of that second group of cars. And Stewart just coasting now. Up front in the lead. We'll go see how Emerson's doing. There's Gavin. Emerson right now, second place, 3.5 seconds back. Still one more pit stop for everybody. They've both been pitting the same lap, so unless he can get some draft help and get back up there, he's kind of losing this pack of like lap cars, so this is not going to help him. Especially for how far the leader is ahead of him. .48's trying, but nothing he can do. 20 laps to go here. Everybody should be pitting here soon for their final stops. There's the 99. We're going to go up to Tony. We'll see when he ends up pitting here. He's got a 3.5 second lead over Emerson. For 24, I think, killed it himself by pitting by himself every time. But he's about 10 seconds back. However, Mark Martin does have 2 more laps to gas than these guys. And the 77, Quapple just went a lap down. He led, I think he still has the most laps led here today. So whatever his pit crew is doing is not helping him. And Emerson pit now. He might have pit a little early. I don't know about that from the 48 car. Tony, well, no, Tony Stewart's pitting now. I don't know if it's me, but I feel like they're pitting early. Cropley stays out. Is it because he's having a shorter stop, maybe? That he tried to come in now? Let's see where the 48 comes out compared to the 20 as the 48 pit first. No. The Stewart comes out all by himself too. That is not good. He's still quite a bit ahead of Emerson. But Emerson has cars he's drafting with. This might have hurt Tony's chances here a little bit. Don't know what he's doing. He's throwing the race away. And the 42 and 88 are also catching up to him. But they have not pit yet. They have fallen back to these guys. This can help Cropley and them, who are still out on track. Cropley's pitting now from the race lead. Looks like Mike Bliss in third also pit up there. Dale Jarrett Merkel pit there. And Emerson did take that spot away from the 20 of Tony Stewart there. Cropley, where is he at as they're coming by here? There's the 24, so he's going to be behind them. And Tony's lost a lot of time with these lap traffic cars. And Emerson now is way out of front. Can they all make it to the end though? Mark Martin pits now 3 laps later. Jesse Adam pits. What about Kyle Petty? Kyle Petty also pits there. They all pit together. Emerson is going to take the race lead here. But he's going to be quite a bit ahead of Tony Stewart. He's now about 2.5 seconds ahead of Stewart. Can they all make it to the end on fuel though? That is the question. Mark Martin has the best amount. I think they all can, but we will see. Still about 12 laps to go here. It's a long way to go on fuel for some of these guys. Looks like everybody is getting to pit road. So continue to watch the 48. Will he make it on gas? With the draft, that's going to help him because he can save a little bit in the draft. Maybe that's why he's at the back of the pack of this pack of cars. You know. And Emerson and Buffalo also took only 29 seconds on that last pit stop. So their crews had really good stops. Buffalo up to second. Got around Stewart. Buffalo, who's dominated a lot of this race, just like Tony did right there, is up here. We'll see how that continues to go. 12 laps to go here. Can they all make it on gas? Will the front two be able to? Stewart has fallen to fourth behind Cropley now. Tony has hit something wrong after that pit stop there. And he's way far back now. Buffalo only about 5.3 from Emerson. This time will be 10 laps to go. Emerson about 5.5 up on the 77. The 20 and the 24 are also together back in third and fourth. They might be trying to work together to get up here. $18 cars in the lead lap. Emerson still staying out, about 5.5 seconds over Travis Quaffle, under 10 to go now. Oh, my mic stopped working there for a second. What the heck? Yeah, we're good. Perfect pits there. Emerson still out on track on lap 84 now. And look, Travis Quaffle could not make it. He pits back there. Will we have a fuel mileage race here now all of a sudden? Can the 48 make it? The 77 couldn't, but they pit on like lap 70, so Emerson had 4 more from there. A huge group in front of the 48, and he's just drafting off of Lingerfelt right now in the 12. Lap 85 now here of 92. Nobody else in the pack, or the top 6, have pit. Just the 77 of Travis. Emerson now coming to lap 86 here this time by 5.5 seconds ahead of Tony. Tony, though, does have one more lap of gas than the 48. And Cropley has about 3 more, same with Mike Bliss in the 0. And Mark Martin has one more than those two. Mark Martin has 4 more laps than the 48. So if the 48 can make it to lap 88, we know Mark's get to the end. Emerson gonna go past pit road once again, coming to lap 87. He's gained 16 spots to be up here. Tony's gained 35, Cropley 7, Mike Bliss has stayed in 4th, Mark Martin up 28, Ricky Rod up 12. And Emerson is pitting right now, coming to lap 88. Mark Martin might be able to go to the end here. Tony Stewart, though, he goes out, stays out one more lap here. He is now your race leader. With 4 to go. And 2.1 and 2.5 seconds back, it's Cropley and Mike Bliss. Emerson only had a 27-second stop there. Came out 6th, it looks like. Tony Stewart pits this time. And there's Cropley now. To the race lead over Mike Bliss. 3 laps to go. They have the same amount of gas, so these two, I assume, are going to pit together. If they have to pit. Jesse Adams and Mark Martin both have 78. And they are going another lap, the 24 and the 0. Cropley and Mike Bliss, 2 to go, or sorry, 3 to go. Mark Martin, Jesse Adams also stayed out. Emerson's about 6.5 seconds behind Jesse Adams. Now the 24 and 0, are they going to come down pit road here? And yes, they will. Now we go back. There's Mark Martin. Will the no paint car be able to do it? In theory, it is the Viagra car, but the Viagra car is not showing here today. Mike Bliss, though, just pit. I don't think Mark Martin can make it. It is 2 to go. Can Mark try and go one more lap after this? Or will he be stupid and pit with 1 to go? Probably only had a 26-second pit. Jesse Adams is still out on track. Can Mark make it one more? Does not look like he's coming to pit road. Mark Martin's going to come around and take the white flag here at Daytona. 1 lap to go. And Emerson, I think, is caught up to Jesse Adams. Mark's still got speed in the car. Is he going to make it on gas? He didn't get up to 180, so he was definitely trying to save there. Mark off of turn 4. Mark Martin's going to come around to win here at Daytona for race 1 of the season over Jesse Adams in the 1. Jesse Adams second, third is the 48 of Emerson Arden. And we got Devin Smith gets a nice, good 4th place. He wasn't up there at all. At least I think. Nope, Tony got 4th. And a bunch of other cars back here. Devin Smith got 5th. God damn it. That's your top 5, and we'll go back. And now we gotta wait for everybody to finish to make sure it counts the points. Your last one to finish on the lead lap will be Bowen Adams in 16th. I think he was out of gas coming to the line. Just to make a... Actually, he got 15th. I think Rusty Wallace just missed it or something. So he's coming off pit road, but it looks like he's still finishing lead lap. We gotta wait for everybody to get the pit road. We'll take a look at the points, and then we'll go from there. What the fuck? Why are you stopping on track? Well, both of them are gonna stop on track. Cool. So you went down pit road and didn't take gas. Now I gotta wait for them to fucking tow, or it doesn't count the points for them. Everybody else at least got the pit road. Now we're waiting on these 2 idiots. Or these 2 idiotic AI. This Kurt or Rusty's going backwards there. Just tow the car already, come on. Uh, just crap sometimes, I swear. Let's see what's going on with the 2 car over here. Why are you still going backwards? Just hit the brake. This crap, I swear. Still going backward. Alright. We'll be back with the next race in a little bit here as we wait for these cars. Only problem with a fuel mileage race is it creates this. Hello? He's stuck in the apron now. That should get you to tow, I hope. The one we're gonna have to wait for a minute. I was like, can I go out and track and just hit these guys? The stupid. Oh, there we go. The two's gone, so that means the three should be gone soon. Come on. Then we can look at the results. Oh, it's actually turning his car. Come on, Iris, take the car out. Okay, there we go. Holy shit. Oh, I don't need the replay. Right, we'll close this. We'll review results now. Alright, Mark Martin led 6 laps today and got the win over Jesse Adams, who led 4. Emerson led 11 and got the top 3. Top 5 for Tony. Led 13 laps here today, and Devin Smith got a top 5. 19 laps for Colin Cropley, 20 for Travis Quapple. So I think Quapple led the most. He got 4 for Mike Bliss, 6 for Jeff Green, 2 for Todd Bedine. I don't know if anybody else down here. Hodek led 2. 2 for Devin Zimmerman. 1 for Gavin and Blaney. 1 for Jeff Burton. And Jacob Provost, unfortunately, 39th. And we ended up with 18 cars on the lead lap. Let's go take a look at the points before we get to Rockingham here. Mark Martin is your points leader, 15 over Jesse Adams, and obviously all the way down to Jacob in 39th. Yeah, 139 to points lead, but you can easily change that. And then let's get on to what's it called? Rockingham. I want to make sure we're good with that. Boop. I think I will export that. Yeah. All right, there we go. That is saved. All right, now we're gonna get on to Rockingham. Rockingham here. It is going to be 186 laps. Is that correct? Gonna make sure I had that right before we get into that. Yes, 186 laps here today at Rockingham. I'll let that load up. And then we'll get the stream back up. That was the relative. And now we will watch Mark Martin's, wrong thing. We will be watching Mark Martin's, quality lap. Points leader will always be the one we watch. Hey, Jakob, are you still there? Alright, time for Rockingham. Let's go to Mark Martin. Why is this not in number order? I don't know. Tell me his paint's not gonna load now? Again? Oh, come on. Why are the paints not loading? Oh, there we go. Well, we were gonna watch Mark Martin's thing, but hey, the paint loaded for him. Alright. And Mark qualifies 22nd on the first lap. Yikes. What can he get on the second lap as the points leader? Kurt Busch is your pole sitter over Emerson and Ty Merkel. Dan Park to the pole. Maisie Crichton to the pole. Dave Blaney to the pole. Mark Martin, your points leader, qualifies 6th place here. That is not good. We'll bring that down just a little bit. And we will advance the session. Take this off because it's annoying. Oh shit. Well, we're restarting that. Sorry everybody. I forgot this track has no lights and I didn't change the time of day. Fuck me. That was stupid. Edit. Take Rockingham off. Add Rockingham back. Uh, I. Put Rockingham back up there. Oh, Red Bull Ring is supposed to be second, third, then Pocono, Homestead. There we go. I'll go through this again and check it later. Let. Now, yep, for this race, it'd be a 2 o'clock race. Regenerate the weather, because I forgot to do that. 83 degrees. And now we go to Rockingham. Fucking shit. And now we load back up. Turn off relative. Actually, maybe I should just, I'll do 2 streams every time. Nah, let's not. Yeah, I know, Jacob. Calm down. Well, sorry, the track has no lights, so you wouldn't be able to see the cars when they're racing on that track. So now we go back to the 6. And look, now we can actually watch a qualifying lap. Jesus Christ. Rolls that off. Okay. No, it's just, if I don't remember to change the time of day on certain tracks, yes, I would have to fix it. I forgot Rockingham does not have lights. Now, now what can Mark do in qualifying? He sucked ass last time. Dan Park to the pole for now. Mark Martin 24th. Not good. Mark looks like he might be getting a little loose. And a cross line. Cropley to pole. Mike Bliss to the pole. Anybody else? Mark up to 11. Jacob 10th. Alright. Everybody has done both their laps to the race. Jesus Christ. Now we find the 0. That is our pole sitter. Where's Mike Bliss? I will grid and ungrid.
Alright, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
So we
Alright,
don't have
man,
to wait to
line
find
up on the end.
Find Mike Bliss. Thank you. Here we go. As the paints are still loading for everybody. Hopefully all the paints load. Some of them are taking longer to load than others. Mike Bliss, Colin Cropley, Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick, Ricky Rudd, Dale Jarrett, Dan Park, Emerson Arden, Tony Stewart, and Jacob Provost are your top 10. Let's get ready to go here at Rockingham. Rockingham, I feel like it's going to be a crazy race here. And I guess we're doing 92 laps here too, because it didn't change the laps. Dude, this thing's pissing me off. Did I go and change it to the laps that I was going to have it at like 180 something? No, I'm just going to start making sure I do that every time. We're going to do 92 laps here also. It's going to be a quick one. So it's 35 minutes. Oh, this is annoying the shit out of me.
Green, green, green.
We are back green here at Rockingham. Mike Bliss, Colin Cropley on the outside. I don't remember what it said, how many laps we're gonna have, I guess. But Cropley clears for the race lead for the moment. Over Kevin Harvick now. It looks like somebody already had problems in the very back of the pack. Cropley, Harvick, Mike Bliss, Kenseth, Ricky Rudd. Oh, Devin Smith was the one that had problems. Dan Park, Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, and Jacob Provost in the 40. Up in the top 10 over here. definitely more spread out than I thought it was going to be here. We got the 24 staying out front for the moment still. Got a couple cars having problems in the back. Looks like the 5 got some damage. Is he going to make it the pit road? He does not. Christian Bracken having a problem. Same with Devin Smith in that 94. Yeah, the 5 definitely has some right side front damage. It's only going to be about a half an hour race here. Because I screwed up the laps. Harvick's not able to get to him at the moment. Go back, see if there's any battling towards the back of the top 10. Emerson maybe getting closer to the 40 of Jacob Provost. Devin Wintermeal only a couple positions behind in the 21, but he's in a gaggle of cars back here. Look at the racing going on mid-pack. The 24 is pulling away 3 wide with the 33, 21, and 25. We might have a battle for third up here. Go back to the thing. Looks like Mike Bliss was closing in on Harvick. Getting a little loose though up here. Wonder how many laps of gas they got at this track. Looks like Jacob, he's got some speed trying to get up to Tony Stewart. He wants that 9th place position. Tony looking to maybe get up to Lingerfeld there up in front of him. It looks like our race leader might be getting hounded by Kevin Harvick here. Catching up to Colin Cropley. Looks like Harvick's starting to lose that again. And Jacob to the outside of Lingerfeld. Trying to get up in the 9th place, the 40 is. And he clears. Here comes Emerson now. Here's the points leader, Mark Martin, in the 6th. They're all jumbled up back here. Mark now looking to the inside of the 48. Can he get there? Not quite. He's looking for the 11th position on Emerson. That's the only battle at the moment up here. And never mind, here comes Lingerfeld back on Jacob in the 40. The 12 car says he has speed, but the 40 hanging up on the outside line. That's hard to pass here at Rocking. Here comes the 48 of Emerson now. On the inside of Lingerfeld. Oh, Emerson gets turned by the 6.
Caution is out.
And the 77 gets clobbered into it. And a lot of the other guys stop. The 16 of Biffle gets some damage as they're all piling in. We had a track block. Mal gets ass packed by the 43 of Jeff Green. It looks like they might be able to go here. Oh, they're still hitting each other. Emerson gets going. Maybe. Nope, now they're a lap down. And now all these guys are going to have to tow probably. No, maybe not. But these 3 are now a lap down because of that. Well, let's go take a look exactly what happened here. Looks like Emerson maybe got loose into the turn. or hit the 12, went up the track a little bit. He just checked up and Mark had nowhere to go. That gives the points leader some damage on the front end. And the 77, Travis Kvapil, who had a good race last week, and Emerson, who won, almost won, sorry, finished the top 10. And now we go back up front. We'll see if anybody ends up pitting here. And this is why I wish I would have had all the laps. this, this race actually seems like it might be pretty good. Oh well, we screwed up. Does anybody pit here though, from up front? Looks like Harvick's gonna pit. Cropley does not. While they do that, let's see how many laps of gas you get. It says 48. So, they might be able to finish like quickly here. I don't know, we might get quite a bit of cautions here. So wait to go back green here now. Only a couple people pit. It didn't look like too many did. Obviously, the people still on pit road all have damage. And Cropley, Harvick, Mike Bliss, Kenseth, Ricky Rudd, and Dan Parker, your top 6. Then Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, Jacob Provost, and Kyle Lingerfeld are your top 10. Let's see how this restart goes here. We got 4 people on pit road with damage, and 38th is back out on the track.
Alright, man. The pace car is in.
Pace car is in.
Green flag, green flag.
We're back green here at Rockingham. Cropley gets off to a decent start. Harvick does have the outside line, though. I think on a restart, that's usually better. Harvick still trying to hang tough on the outside. And he does, he gets to the race lead. Cropley now has Kenseth to his outside. Cropley falls back to third now. What about Dan Park, Mike Bliss back here? Bliss has Tony Stewart. They're going to go 3 wide, maybe not quite. They're 3 wide behind. Jacob in the 40 almost went 3 wide in the 88. Gavin's gotten around the 40 car. Here comes the 21 of Gavin Wintermute, trying to get to the inside of Lingerfeld in the 12, trying to get up into 8th. A lot of battling going on at the end of the top 10 here. I don't know what Dan Park's doing, but he's on the very bottom of the track there. Got really loose. Mike Bliss gets around him on the outside. Mike Bliss will clear. Cropley trying to get up to Kenseth now. Dan still on the very bottom. Now Lingerfeld hounding him. Dan really slow on the bottom part of the track here. And he holds up Lingerfeld. Gavin gets another spot. Gavin is now up into 8th. Ben Park also goes around, Lingerfeld goes around, and Dan just does not want to get out the bottom for some reason. I don't know why, but the 40 is now falling back. It looks like third. Cropley might be getting up to Kenseth here. Properly looking on the outside. Kenseth on the very bottom, Ricky Rudd on the top. And Cropley goes around the outside of Kenseth. Here comes Ricky Rudd in the 28 also. Just going around on the outside maybe. Kenseth getting a little tight there. As Harvick pulls away with the race lead. We'll go back a little bit now. Right, so we got the 11, Matthew Huber battling 26, Amazing Crichton. 26 goes around on the outside there. The 40 did not have a good restart. He's falling back to 15th, just trying to hang on. The 9 of Dan Park though has lost way more spots on the bottom here, and he just can't get out the bottom for some reason. And he continues to fall back. He's now lost 12 positions this race, and the 9 continues to fall. I don't know what he's doing, but it's not a good time for that 9 car at the moment. Devin Smith trying to rebound from being a really bad finish last week for him. And Jacob also having another rough time on the bottom of the track. He's now down to 18th. Don't know what happened. He started out with great speed. That yellow came out and then didn't have the speed. Mark Martin, your points leader. Right now, 12 laps down because of that damage he had to fix. Emerson has damage, and now Jeff Burton is on pit road. He's trying to pass some people with the fresher tires he has. '24 Cropley trying to get the Harvick. Harvick is dominating right now. Oh, we got one on the bottom there. That's going to be a yellow.
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Who the hell was just on the bottom of the track there? It looks like Biffle. Biffle had problems in the 16 car. Go see what happened to him. Can't just park the car in the track. He just gets into the 50. Oh, it breaks the wheel on the 16 of Biffle. Biffle has another bad race here today. And then he parked it down here. I was surprised the game didn't throw this yellow, but glad I saw it. Killed the car of the 16. And now we got Biffle out of the race. It looks like people are pitting here. Jeff Burton stays out. He's like the only one to stay out. Unless he's a lap down, I think. Might just be trying to get a lap back. Now it looks like everybody but maybe a couple. No, everybody pit except for 2. And those are a couple lap guys. It looks like Harvick will come out first over the 28 of Ricky Rudd. Tony Stewart's going to get 3rd. Kenseth 4th. 5th for Mike Bliss. 6th, Gavin, he moved up. Kyle Petty, Dale Jarrett, Matthew Huber, and Todd Bodine 10th. Cropley falls all the way to 11th. That's a horrible stop for him. Got Lingerfelt, Rusty Wallace, Bowen Adams, Voiles, Dave Blaney, and Jacob. Back in 17th, Ben Park, Maisie Crichton, or sorry, Joshua Balliet. It looks like they're all figuring out their positions. We're going to leave that alone right now. And we're going to get ready to go green here. With Harvick up front with Rookie Red. And here we go. Pace car's getting ready to pull off.
All right, man. The pace car is in.
Pace car is off.
Green flag, green flag.
We're back green here at Rockingham. Harvick gets off to actually a decent start. But Ricky Rudd has that outside line. Keeney gets there. Or will Harvick clear him? Harvick does clear him. Now, Tony Stewart battling Gavin Wintermute, who's up into the top 5. Gavin, he's trying to use the outside line on Tony. Can he hang in up there? Gavin clears the, not quite, still side by side with the Tony. With the 20 of Tony. Jesus. And Gavin is up into 4th. Tony falls back to 5th, gets a little loose there. Here comes Dale Jarrett in the 88 to the inside now of the 20. Can't quite get there. At the 4, Todd Bodine and Lingerfelt in the 12. The 12 trying to go around the outside of the 54 here. Looks like the 0 is holding some people up now. Bowen Adams trying to go around the 54 on the outside here. That's for the 8th spot. Bowen gonna clear the 54 now. Tony Stewart now has Lingerfelt on his outside. Lingerfelt up into the top 5. He wants to go get a win at Rockingham. Tony now has to defend from the 88 of Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett now on the outside. He clears Tony also now, but Tony coming back at him. No, not quite. Here comes Bowen Adams on the outside of the 20. Tony Stewart now falling back a lot. Can he get up top? And he just cleared the 54. And now Bowen Adams looking to get to the 88 of Dale Jarrett here. Can't quite get there though. And here comes Tony Stewart in the 20 now. So it's actually gotten single file up here. 38. Daniel Voiles now looking to the outside of Todd Bodine. Can he get there though? Side by side with 2 Fords here. Connie Wallace right behind with the 11 and Matthew Hubert back there. And Todd Bodine stuck on the bottom now. Here comes Kenny Wallace on the outside. Can't quite get there, and it looks like Ricky Rudd might be catching up to Kevin Harvick. Or maybe not. It's going to be Kenseth catching up to Rudd. Kenseth is stuck. Here comes Gavin Wintermere. He wants up into the top 3. The 17 gets loose. Gavin clears for 3rd now. Rudd now, you know, gaining his composure, trying to catch up to Kevin Harvick up here. We're basically already halfway through this race. I see some frames drop a little bit there for a second. Here comes Ricky Rudd. Can he get to Harvick? Not quite. Gavin Wintermere really trying his hardest to get around the 28. He's not looking to the inside of Ricky Red here. Let's go towards the back and just see. So it looks like Bill Elliott, last car on lead lap, not having a good day here. Here comes Ricky Rudd looking, can't quite get to Harvick though, but here comes Gavin now with that mess up. Can the 21 get to the 28? Well, he will look to the inside. Not quite. Here comes Matt Kenseth to the inside of Gavin Wintermute. Can Kenseth get there? Not quite. He loses that. We go back in the field here. Emerson still on pit road there. 24. Probably falling way back to 22nd after a bad pit stop, and he hasn't been able to move. And Jacob, not having a good day. He started top 10, moved up a couple spots, and then after his pit stop, he's not had a good day. Or after the restart, he's fallen all the way back to 30th now, battling a 5 car who's not on the lead lap. I don't know what happened. Joshua Belliot got into that wreck, so he's a lap down. Same with Jeff Green. Gavin Wintermute again trying to get up to third or second place here. Lingerfeld looks like he might be catching the 17. Welcome back, Mel. How's it going? I accidentally screwed up the laps on this. It wasn't supposed to be 92, but I screwed up the first race where, because I had a night race at Daytona, it just converted the second race to night race, and we had no lights at Rockingham. And I had the right amount of laps on that one, but then I didn't want to restart for a third time, so now we have 92 laps. So yeah. Lingerfeld trying his hardest to get around Kenseth here, but it is not working whatsoever. And it looks like the 21 has gotten to the inside of Ricky Rudd. Gavin Wintermute is trying to get up there, but for some reason all these guys are running the high line here at Rockingham. Yeah, and it's actually been, you know, they actually have been trying to pass here, so I should have restarted it, but I didn't. Next season. Here comes Gavin right back at Ricky Rudd. Can he get there though? And now we're going to a road course next on like a Tuesday stream. So we know that's how that's gonna go. It's single file crapshoot. And look at that, Kenseth now trying to go around the outside of the 21 of Gavin Wintermute, and the 31 having problems on the bottom here. Jeff Burton, don't know what he's doing, but Kenseth still on the outside of the 21, and it looks like he's going to clear Gavin Wintermute. For the moment. And he does. Can he get up to the 28 now? It's Harvick just pulling away like there's no tomorrow. 17 on the very high line here. Emerson's still on pit road fixing damage. Same with the 99, it looks like, maybe. I mean, at least they're all using different lines, I guess. Man, is Harvick just pulling away. Here comes Kenseth to the inside of Ricky Rudd now. But here comes the 21 of Gavin Wintermew. Trying to get back up into third, and he is not quite clear yet. And we're getting close to the end of it already. Gavin couldn't get it done, but Lingerfeld's going to get a spot out of that on Gavin. Here comes the 12 and the 17 on Ricky Rudd. Gavin getting a little loose there on the bottom of the 21. He's back to the inside of the 12 of Lingerfeld. He can't quite get there though. Harvick's just pulling away. Lingerfeld really trying to get up in the third. And you were involved in the one accident of the day, too, Mel. And there goes Gavin Winchme around the outside of Kyle Lingerfeld for 4th place. And I don't know what Harvick's on. They were all keeping up with him, and then he got clean air and he was good. Lingerfeld trying again. Oh, almost gets hit by Bowen Adams there. And it looks like Kenseth gets around Ricky Rudd easily now. Can he go chase down Harvick? Here comes Lingerfeld now, trying to go around the outside of the 21 here. Bowen Adams now has Dale Jarrett also with him. Kenny Wallace, Todd Bodine, Tony Stewart round out your top 10. It looks like nobody has anything for Harvick today. Harvick's just on a mission. We got 30 laps to go. I think maybe a pit stop. What is Harvick running? A 24.4? It's a 24.6 to 24.7, 24.6. I don't know. He just pulled out way ahead. Lingerfeld the third. Wintermew losing spots now. Maybe use up those tires in the 21. Here comes Kenny Wallace on the outside. Here comes Todd Bodine, maybe. Gavin trying to get back to the 00 now. But here comes the 54 on the outside of Todd. At this rate, Gavin, he continues to lose spots. Was up into third, and now he's almost hitting the 54 there. That was quite close. We got a battle for 4th also. Ricky Rudd hangs on over Bowen Adams for a second. Gavin Wintermew falls behind the 54 now. We have some pit stops going on.
The leader is pitting now.
Harvick pits now. Gavin stays out. Rusty Wallace stays out. Gavin leads a lap. Looks like we had 3 guys stay out. Gavin, Rusty, and Maisie Crichton. And Mike Bliss in the 0 again. Everybody can make it to the end now, I think. We'll see what Gavin comes out compared to the guys ahead of him.
The leader is pitting now.
Gavin had a long pit stop because Mike Bliss came out ahead of him. I know he didn't. I mean, and with pit stops cycling out now, he's going to come out right with Kenny Wallace. It looks like Harvick's still the leader over Kenseth, Lingerfelt, Ricky Rudd, Gavin. Then Kenny Wallace, Rusty Wallace, Todd Bodine, and then Dale Jarrett and Bill Elliott, your top 10, with Dan Park in 11th. Some people did definitely fall outside there. Harvick's definitely at the end of the field. Harvick is actually just left our points leader, Mark Martin. Who's definitely probably not the points leader anymore after he's going to be this far back. See, Harvick's about 4.2 ahead of Kenseth. So unless they could chase him down, I think Harvick's got this one. Lingerfelt's trying to get up in the second. He's chasing down Matt Kenseth right now. And we'll put it on most exciting for you. Casey Kane has the fastest lap of the race. Lingerfelt got up to second. Now we weren't looking at it, but no, we're back here. We'll just move this way. There's Harvick. Lingerfelt says he has the speed to go up there and chase Harvick, or trying to, I should say. Harvick's at the end of the pack. So unless these two stop fighting each other, we'll have to wait and see. Gavin right now, he's falling back to 7th. Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Bill Elliott. Rusty now going to the inside of Dale Jarrett here. Bill Elliott, pit lap 56, so he's on some quite older tires than these guys. But he's top 10 for the moment. The race is coming to a quick end here. Jacob, he's worked his way back up to 17th. Started top 10, fell all the way back to 29th to 30th, but he's worked his way back up to 17th, so that's good. He had a quicker pit stop than most, it looks like. So if he can continue that, he should be okay. Maybe he can get up into the top 15 and have a decent day. Gotta get up to 99 and 38 though. And man, Cropley, he's had really good cars, really good qualifying efforts. But he's fallen back to 20th here today after that. He's back down 18 spots. Same with the 0, Mike Bliss. And there's Harvick stuck in the traffic. But he only has about 12 to go. Lingerfeld about 3-4 seconds back now. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Harvick has at least 3 lappers between him and them. It's 10 to go already. And they all can make it to the end, I guess. And the laps are just flying by for Harvick here. Devin still 7th, hanging on to the top 10 over Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Matthew Hubert just now hanging on to the top 10. And Jacob Provost trying to get up into the top 15. He's caught up to the pack ahead of him. How about Dan Park in the 9 up here? He wants to get up into the top 10. He's got 3 spots to do so, and 10th place is quite a bit ahead. And there's Harvick. Hey, Berg about 4.8 over Lingerfeld, Kenny Wallace, Todd Bodine, and he's coming to 3 to go this time. Trying to lap Malenko and our points leader Mark Martin. 2 to go for
2
Harvick
laps to
now.
go.
We would have already been under 100 to go, but I screwed that up.
All right, man. White flag. 1 more lap to
Harvick,
go.
1 lap to go. He's gonna finish probably 4.5 seconds over Lingerfeld, it looks like. He's starting to lap people finally. I don't know what happened, but it got really spread out for the top half. And Harvick wins. Now we're gonna have to wait on Jesse Adams to finish the race. We'll go take a look at the results once everybody is on.
There's the flag, man. It's over. We'll get him next time.
Who the fuck's still on the track? Oh, it's Jacob. Jacob got 20th, so he had some problems at the end of that race. Lost a couple spots. But, still... Well, oh, no, not top half, because there's 39 cars. Just missed top half of the field. Last place on the 20th. At least he improved this week. Yeah, we wait for him to pit. And we are all set. Let's go take a look at the points. And before we even do that, I'm gonna export this for the second race. But did I export to the right spot? I did not. Cool. Whatever. There we go. Out. And I didn't want to do that. Cool. Let's go look at the results from race 2. Race results, Harvick wins. He led 74 to 92. 1 lap led to Gavin. 17 to Cropley. And that was it on that. And then we'll go to the points. Tony Stewart is your new points leader with no wins, but a top 5 and a top 10, an average finish of 8th. Lingerfeld's second, 17 out. Top of 9 is 19 out in 3rd. And Harvick, with his win, brings him up into 4th. Dale Jarrett, Cal Petty, Walter, Ricky Rudd, Rusty Wallace, and Mark Martin are your top 10. Both winners are in the top 10 still. Mike Bliss and Matt Kenseth, your pole sitters, are in the top 13. And at the bottom of the points, you got Greg Biffle with an average finish of 38th right now. Not having a good year. And if you want to see where you are in points, here you go. And next time we will see you guys at. Nope. Let's go back. The Red Bull Ring. Peace out, guys, and Pocono. Good night, Jakob.